been servicing the insurance industry for 22 years, delivering information services. And I've watched and suffered with you as we've dealt with legacy systems and policy management replacement systems and the inability to get to data and to use data, and I believe we're finally here. What I want to do is show you real-life examples of what we're doing at Opta and how we've been using machine learning techniques for the good of our customers. So we see lots of statistics. Obviously, the industry has waded in through lots of surveys saying that they care about digital transform and they are focusing on analytics, which is great to see. When you look at the customer experience, really, we don't do well in insurance at all with customer satisfaction. But this one particular group, Gen Y, is the least satisfied. And you would argue, again, the reason is that we haven't created the best digital solutions for people that want to procure insurance online yet. It is about to explode, is what we suggest. And some of the machine learning techniques that we are deploying, we believe, I'll give you examples of why we think this is important. I envision a world where iClarify will be called, nobody will even know it's being called, because the simple question to the customer is, what's your address? That's all you need to know. And all the machine learning that goes on the background to drive out the experience for the customer doesn't need to be bothered with it. So most recently, having ran the largest inspection company in Canada, at the time I was doing that, I was challenged often by customers saying to us, intuitively, Greg, we understand that inspections are a good thing, but we cannot put a return on investment on the inspection process, and could you help? And before Opta and advanced data that we have now, I couldn't. But most recently, we developed a predictive model using, again, machine learning techniques that predicts which homes the industry should inspect to get the best return on its investment. But more importantly, it's become an attribute predictor. So what we do is we predict the likelihood of a sump pump in this house. Not just a sump pump, but a sump pump that's about to fail, or the type of wiring that's in this home, or if it has an oil tank or a wood stove. And again, back to what does this mean for your customer? Stop asking them these questions when you don't need to ask them. You already know. We can tell you with a high probability that you don't have to ask about a wood stove because it doesn't exist. And also, if you're concerned about it after the fact, order an inspection, and if you have to take care of it on renewal, you can. Last Friday, we seconded a satellite to fly over Fort McMurray and capture imagery. Over the weekend, we used advanced machine learning techniques because we didn't have the time to go one by one and view all that imagery and ascertain which homes were total losses or not. We used machine learning technology to do that and be able to come back to our customers and tell them which homes definitively had losses and what the values, expected values on those homes were. So from Friday, putting up that satellite, we not only provided that information, the team also built an interface to deliver this information back to our customers who have needs in this regard. And also, we're using this, my other customer in this event is my internal companies, Claims Pro, our investigation services, Expira, which are providing security. Our engineering teams have all had access to view this information so that they can craft their response to be most effective and efficient when they're on the ground. So I think this is an interesting situation because I'm helping my customer, I'm helping my internal customers, and ultimately we're hoping that is going to lead to helping customers who have been displaced. Again, what's interesting here, one of the detectors that artificial intelligence utilized was the red represents vegetation that is still there. So if you see areas of red, we know that fire did not touch those areas. That was one of the factors that we utilized in the building out of this mechanism. But again, I believe modern technology, machine learning, we couldn't have done this as fast as we did it without these types of platforms. So we identified 2,115 total residential property losses through this exercise and have provided that information back to the insurance companies, and as well as values if they're looking for it. 127 commercial building total losses that we're getting prepared to work with the industry to solve for. This digital footprint that we have through our online experience tells a lot about me. And what I'm hoping the industry will move to, back to your customer, is don't ask me questions that I don't have time to answer, please. Please let me go and buy my insurance through my mobile app quickly and easily with maybe 2 questions, and that's all you need. And also, I think the biggest barrier to that is the traditional underwriting process has a hard time letting go of these questions. It really does. And I know from what we're seeing that we do not need to ask those questions, and we can still drive profitable business across Canada in a new way. And I hope, Tim, regulatory change allows us to do that as well, because there is a revolution coming. These customers want change. And if we don't deliver it, they'll find another way to get there.